For the first time in her life, Judy, who would be turned down because of a pre-existing condition of diabetes, is going to have the peace of mind of health insurance. Senator, you and I are blessed to have the best health insurance in America as members of the United States Senate. So when you say you want to disband and stop Obamacare, do you want to deny the opportunity for Judy and millions more just like her for the first time in their lives to have the protection of health insurance they can afford?
Well, the best way for Judy or anyone to have health insurance is to have an economy that is booming, where people can get jobs and have opportunities. And indeed, I'm happy to yield for a question without yielding.
I think your answer to Judy is you need a better job. After working a lifetime, 62 years, hard work, the best that she can do. She's never had health insurance, and I think your answer was, Judy, get a better job. And now will the senator answer my question whether his family is protected by the government-administered federal employees health benefit program, the best health insurance in America, where his employer, the federal government, pays 72% of his monthly premium. Will the senator from Texas, for the record, tell us now, and those who watch this debate, whether he is protected?
I am happy to tell you I'm eligible for it, and I'm not currently covered under it. And
I think we ought to abolish the IRS and instead move to a simple flat tax where the average American can fill out our taxes on a postcard. Put down how much you earn, put down a deduction for charitable contributions for home mortgage, and how much you owe.
We were terrified by a demagogue and demagoguery that held this country in thrall, and nobody knew their way out.
The question is, did the Civil Liberties Union supply you with an attorney?
They did supply an attorney.
The answer is yes?
The answer is yes.
You know, the Civil Liberties Union has been listed as a front for and doing the work of the Communist Party.
Mr. Chairman, this was 1932.
My goal is to get this to the House of Representatives as quickly as possible. You know, there's a possibility that they may not accept what we send them, and they may want to send us something back.
That I will yield time to you for a question when the majority leader is prepared to yield to the American people, but I'm not going to yield prior to that.
One communist on the faculty of one university is one communist too many. And even if there were only one communist in the State Department, even if there were only one communist in the State Department, that would still be one communist too many.
Mark my words. If Congress doesn't act to defund Obamacare to stop this train wreck before the end of the President's administration, unions are going to end up getting an exemption from Obamacare. It's going to be everyone that's a political friend of the administration, that has juice, that has power, will get exemptions. And the people that are left, you have nothing to worry about unless you don't happen to have several high-paid Washington, D.C. lobbyists on your staff. Unless you happen just to be an Hispanic entrepreneur, a single mom.
It is that the U.S. Senate is not concerned about all the people out of a job, all the people in part-time work, all the people whose health insurance premiums are skyrocketing, all the people who are losing their health insurance. And that's happening because of Obamacare.
If it was wrong if it was evil under the Democrat administration, it is doubly evil under the administration of my party, because we promised you Democrats and Republicans, that if you would only wipe the slate clean and put us in power, that the days of treason would be past.
Let me be clear, I don't trust the Republicans, and I don't trust the Democrats. And I think a whole lot of Americans, likewise, don't trust the Republicans and the Democrats.
We're going through an unusual procedure on the Senate floor right now. It's the result of the fifth, I repeat, the fifth investigation of McCarthy. There will be a sixth, there will be a seventh and an eighth, as long as I continue to try to expose people who are traitors to this country. If I would quit now, why, we'd end with the fifth investigation. But take my word for it, my good friend, regardless, and I make you this solemn promise, regardless of what the Senate may do about a censure, this fight to expose those who would destroy this nation will go on and on.
I intend to speak in support of defunding Obamacare until I am no longer able to stand.
8 months later, the Senate did decide. On December 1st, 1954, it voted to censure Joe McCarthy.